Fly, eagles fly, on the road to victory. Fight, eagles fight, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, in life, the road to victory, it's not always clear cut. And nowhere has that been more exemplified recently than in my wonderful Eagles winning the Super Bowl. That's right, we're gonna talk about the Eagles today. I think it's fair. I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania, PA. Am I the biggest Eagles fan? No. That would have to go to my former roommate, Brett, who has taken me to some games at Franklin Field in the snow. Amazing experience. Shout out, Brett. I know he was so happy when the Eagles won. And I think it's important to talk about this, actually. I think it's extremely important. Because of the resilience of that team. And actually how important sports are in life for us. I think there's a really key role that sports play in the lives of human spirits. And it's that sometimes you need that feeling of losing to become a winner. I think losing is a very important part of life. And that's what the Eagles team was full of, a bunch of losers. Before 2 weeks ago, now they're winners. And sometimes losing is exactly what we need in life. So we should really embrace it when we lose and go, good, again. Every single day. You know what's really inspiring? Is that every day we can look around and we can see losers that are turning into winners. Every day you wake up, another loser has become a winner. So if you're a loser right now, like me, or whatever, you're gonna be a winner the next day. But you have to get up and you have to try again. And you have to keep going. And here's the thing, this is why sports are so important, is because in life, losing is not always clear cut. I know with what I do with stand-up comedy, it's not always clear cut. With art, with things that are more nebulous, winning and losing, it's not clear cut. In sports, what's amazing is the story. That's what I love about it, is you see a storyline. You know, the winning is great too, but understanding the sacrifice that people go through to become winners. You know, and it's about the journey that they take. Because life, you can't always see the winning clearly. So sometimes it's great to see that in sports and be reminded of that fact. That you know what? A loser can become a winner. We see it all the time. And by the way, these are some of the best athletes in the world, and they're still losers and they become winners. And I just want to think about, you know, shouting out some of the Eagles players. I think first and foremost, man, Jalen Hurts, bro, is a real life walk. He's him. That's the Mamba mentality right there. Bro became a walking TikTok highlight reel without trying to be that. He wasn't trying to be like, you know, whatever. We're not going to go into people who are kind of like that right now in the NBA. But you know what I mean. My favorite moment from the Super Bowl had nothing to do with anything on the field, even though it was great to see the Chiefs get crushed. It had more to do with Hurts' mentality, man. There was a point, you can go back, I can send you the reel, it's on TikTok everywhere, I think. But they were up 40-6, the Eagles. It was the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left. So the game is almost over, if you don't know football. And Jalen Hurts is on the sideline, he's mic'd up, which is amazing, the whole game. And his teammate says, you know, you can crack a smile, Jalen. You can crack a smile. He looks at him, and Jalen doesn't even look at him. He takes a second, and he goes, I'm not going to lie, bro. When I was here last time, Super Bowl 57, when I lost, that changed my soul. That's a cold line to say. When I lost, that shit changed my soul. Notice he didn't say it broke his soul. It changed his soul. And again, that's why losing, sometimes you need to lose, is to remind yourself of what you're trying to do. I use that as motivation. You know, there's other things. He had that loss as like his wallpaper on his phone for years afterwards. I know there were other things where he had him losing and the Kansas Chiefs confetti coming down while you could see that loss on his face. And he used that shit as motivation. And again, it's like, this is someone playing at the highest level, one of the biggest contracts in the NFL, right? And he still had that same feeling of loss that you and I and everyone else has. And that's all, everyone can learn from that. And he used that shit as motivation to fuel the win he just saw. You know, and he said, you know, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I believe in that too. Shit ain't ever over till the fat lady sings. You gotta keep going, man, no matter what. So that was one of the most inspiring things I've seen so far this year, was not just his win, but what Jalen Hurts, his mentality on life and on never being defeated, not getting distracted, to keep going. You know, I look at other people, I look at A.J. Brown, right? And that dude had a Pro Bowl season in 2019. And he, you know, think about mental health. He had issues with mental health. He had issues with, I don't know what I can say on YouTube, so I'll just say, he didn't know if he wanted to be here in this earthly world anymore. And for whatever reason, he said the Creator spoke to him and said, stay. And he's like, all right. And wouldn't you know it, he caught that like 47-yard dagger. That was the most iconic touchdown I've ever seen for the Eagles, that dagger to pretty much seal the game, the Super Bowl, right? You know, no, sorry, that was Devontae. But AJ had some amazing moves, right? He had some amazing plays. You know, and he had issues with mental health. Again, Super Bowl winner. This dude had issues with his mental health. Millions of dollars in his contract. Life is not all about money. And he overcame that. He overcame that and he kept going. You know, he became a winner. And then Devonta Smith, you know, sorry, that's what I meant for that dagger of a throw. That was an amazing thing to watch live. It really was. And to see him, you know, everyone said this guy's an undersized wideout, right, as a wide receiver. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds. That's got to create a lot of CTE on the football field. Heisman Trophy winner, won the college national championship, Super Bowl winner now. No one has ever done that before. First guy to do that. And this dude, people said, you're too small to play in the NFL. We don't know. We don't know if this is going to happen. Well, guess what? He caught pretty much the game-sealing touchdown. You really can't listen to people's opinions. You can't listen to what they think about you because they have no idea. They don't know. People, you can't let people minimize how you feel about yourself. If you go, I'm 6 foot, I'm 180 pounds, I want to play in the NFL, guess what? You got someone you can model yourself after. Is it going to be easy? No. But Devonta Smith didn't let that minimize him. He didn't. So I think it's the Eagles team. It's not just one person, but the whole Eagles team and what they did this year is one of the most beautiful stories I've seen in sports in a long time. And I'm not even the biggest sports dude. I really am not. Even though I did some sports in college, I ran cross country poorly. But I think the thing to think about is the road to victory in life, it's not always clear cut. And sometimes we really need to be losers first. Sometimes losing is a good thing. Sometimes we're exactly where we need to be when we lose, because that's what's going to make us a winner in the end. Go Eagles.